Hello, welcome to my video about President Donald Trump for the years of 2019, this year in 2020. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button, whether you're new or not, so that you get notification whenever I go live. And if you would like a personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading or an astrology birth chart reading from me, then make sure you contact me on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com. Or just type in Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Google and I will show up. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you also like the video. So this is for President Donald Trump, all right, and the remainder of his term as president for the years 2019 and 2020. Let's just get right into it, okay? Now, I do have one question I want to ask really quickly before I actually get the reading started, all right? I just want to see... why did President Trump serve fast food at his recent event? Because it's all over the news, and it's just... Do you guys remember when I did a reading on Trump? And I don't remember exactly what video it was, but I remember saying something like, we're going to start seeing like Trump going like a little bit crazy or just acting a little bit like erratic. Like I remember saying that recently. And, you know, I don't know. Let's just see. Why did President Trump serve fast food at the most recent event, White House event? That's the precursor, and then we'll get into the reading because I just really want to know the answer to that question. Actually, let's just do one more shuffle for that one. Hey, Amy, why did President Trump serve fast food, McDonald's to be specific? I heard at the White House event. Ace of Cups here in the past position, interesting. The Fool, I feel like it was the last minute decision. Oh, I don't know. I feel like he's such a last minute guy. He's the type of guy who, you know, he has a lot on his plate. So certain things, you know, he kind of, you know, makes a decision, you know, a day before, the same day, something like that. King of Wands in the future. So I once again feel like it was a fast decision, not really thinking. I feel like there was a lot going on at the time. I feel like he was trying to ease other people, calm other people down, maybe his wife. I don't know. I feel family, something like that. And I don't really think he was thinking of the consequences or the impact that actually ordering fast food and then that being televised would have at the time, unfortunately, because once again, I also feel like there's something about Trump where he has a cabinet behind him or he has his own team of people. You know, of course, he's the president, right? But he at the end of the day, like you know, this is what I feel about Trump. It's like you have a meeting with him. I mean, it's like, okay, you know, Trump, just want to make sure, you know, President Trump, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. We're at the same conclusion. President Trump is like, yes, absolutely. You know, and then once Trump gets out to the public, it's like, you know, I've made the decision to do this, you know, and then it's like, you know, he completely goes against what you agree to do. That's what I feel. So I feel like this was a last-minute, on-the-whim decision for Trump, you know, that he made on his own. And I do remember him saying, or remember hearing that he paid for it with his own money. So I do see that as well. That I believe that's true. But I do feel like there were people against it, for sure. We're like, this isn't a good idea, blah blah blah. But I do think there were people who were like kind of egging him on at the same time. Like, yes, Trump, you know, absolutely. We would love some fries and chicken, you know, thank you. So, you know, that's what I see about that. That's interesting. I thought it was going to be, you know, something different, but all right. I'm a non-biased reader. Let's get into the reading, you guys. What's in store for Trump for 2019, 2020? Because that is, I am sure, what a regular guy would order. They seem to be down to earth, in my opinion. Down-to-earth person. The trap house lunch. Siobhan says the trap house lunch. That's funny. Just changes his mind. Yeah, I do agree that he's the type of person that changes his mind very quickly. There's nothing wrong with that. I just found it interesting because I've never heard of a president ordering fast food before. So I just wanted to see, is he trolling us or is this really Trump, you know, a Trump moment? So I'm glad to see it was a Trump moment and he wasn't trolling us. Or at least that's not really the energy I got from the cards, you know, from the energy. So what's in store for President Donald Trump for the year 2019? What's in store for Trump? Make sure you guys like the video. Thank you so much for your likes. I love you guys. What's in store for President Donald Trump for the year 2019? What's in store for President Donald Trump for the year 2018? Lakeisha says cheap. Okay. Amy says, wouldn't surprise me if it was last minute. His whole administration doesn't know many people are not working because of this shutdown. Exactly. That's what I feel. So I feel like, it was just kind of, why don't we just get McDonald's? That's kind of what I got. Or why don't we just get fast food or something like that? Because I feel like this is actually something like I feel like he was thinking in meeting terms. Like, I feel like if Trump were having his own meeting, not as president, he would say something like that. Like, everyone's hungry. Go order some fast food. Go order this, fast food restaurant down the street. Like, go, that's just the type of guy he is, actually. So I agree with you guys. I get that energy from him. What's in store for President Donald Trump for the year 2019? What's in store for President Donald Trump and his cabinet in the year 2018? Only because he wanted them to fund the wall to keep us safe, but them Dems don't care about our safety. They had to order because the White House catering people are not working because of the shutdown. Exactly. His own hotel is a few blocks away with a full catering staff. He could have used them. Yeah, I'm just thinking he would have maybe ordered something healthier, even just to look good on camera, because he knows it's going to be televised. But you know what? It is what it is. What's in store for President Donald Trump in 2019, you guys? I get the devil card here in the past position, so there is something about Trump where the worst is kind of behind him in his mind. Like, his worst fears as president have already happened. His worst experiences, he believes as president have already happened. So he feels like at this point, you guys, that, he can take on whatever comes his way. Even if he has to kind of just, put his head down and keep walking, not say anything, which, can be sometimes hard for him. But have you noticed that he's been more quiet lately? See, he's been more quiet lately because he's focusing more on, okay, I need to focus on my mental health. I need to focus more on things on the home front. I feel like there is something about Trump where for a minute, things were kind of falling apart, and he's just trying to keep things a bit stabilized in 2019, not only with, being president of America, but also being a husband, a father, those type of a family man, those and a businessman as well, those types of energy. So I feel like right now in 2019, Trump is all about keeping things stabilized, keeping things as they are, so he can really get his feet firmly planted in the ground. Now I know what you're saying, 2 years later, he's just now getting his feet firmly planted in the ground. Trump's been through a lot, you guys. He's definitely been through a transformation of some sort. The death card does also signify an ending in 2019, all right, of some sort, maybe for Trump. So that's very interesting. But it definitely, signifies a year of transformation, evolution for Trump, and growth, all right? So I do feel like the Trump we see today will not be the Trump that we see or recognize at the end of this year, 2018, all right? Trump has a lot of fire and air in his chart, so he's not thinking like that. Thank you, Siobhan. He needs some water in his chart for the catering. Exactly. I think it was just, a moment for him. It wasn't really that big of a deal. I think people are making it. I like him before he became president. He used to be funny, but you can't mix foolishness with business. Yes, that's true. If he had some Cancer energy, then that spread would have been proper. Yes, Siobhan. That's true, because Cancer is the home, hospitality. So that's very true. Oh, water signs are for catering. Maybe that's why I'm fat. Oh, Amy, whoever voted for him should help pay for that wall. He has no heart. Millions of federal working without pay, says Julie. All right. I support that. All right. Here we have the Prince of Coins here at the bottom of the deck. So there's something about Trump where he's going to have a big focus on money, the economy this year in 2019, and getting things stabilized. Right there, I feel, because there's something where the economy obviously is not where it should be, not where it could be. And I actually feel like it's due to a lack of attention or a lack of nurturing from his cabinet, President Trump's cabinet. I feel like Trump is going to put more emphasis in 2019 on the economy, on money, on funding of some sort. I do remember in my reading for President Trump in 2017, 2018, that there was something going on with his marriage. So I do feel like, we're going to start to see something along those lines as well, where, his marriage, the relationship with Melania, all right, is so-so. And it's kind of wearing on him. Because like I was saying, at the beginning of the reading, guys, Trump is really just right here in 2019 trying to keep things afloat, trying to keep things stabilized. I feel like there's something going on with his family behind the scenes that is just kind of like slowly tearing him to pieces, all right? Hello, Lamarr. You read my mind because I was hoping that someone was going to do a reading. Yes, Melania ain't happy. Yeah. As much as I dislike Trump and his running of the country, I would be more afraid of allowing Pence behind the wheel. Child, I agree. Here we have the King of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. All right. With the Two of Swords and the Five of Wands. Is Trump arguing with someone right now, a water sign man? Because I see maybe a water sign man plotting on Trump. And it's someone he has conflict with. And I feel like there's someone actually on this waterman's side who's telling him not to do it. Like, don't do it. It's not worth it. But there's something about this water sign man where he wants revenge. He wants, he needs that kind of upper hand, that kind of, no, I got him back. No, he can't have one up on me. It's a very egocentric kind of thing. I don't know if it's necessarily war related. It could be, but it feels more so like media backlash, media blackmail kind of energy. But it could turn into, more than that. All right, with the Ten of Swords coming out. So Trump should mind his P's and Q's and try not to get into any beefs this year, please. Please, President Trump. There is something about Melania, though, where she's going to make a little bit of a comeback. I do feel like there's something about Melania in 2019 where she's going to have some sort of campaign. Not to be president or something like that, but just like a campaign of her own where she's maybe supporting a cause or something, I feel like we're going to start to see more of his children kind of come up as well as kind of I don't know. It's kind of all in an attempt to make the father, President Trump look good, look better. All right. So I feel like, whatever campaigns that, Melania or Ivanka or, the other ones, participate in, there's going to be some element of, and my father, my husband, just to make him look good in some way, to keep up some semblance of an image, and to keep things from cracking too hard. I do feel like there are people behind the scenes who are getting fed up with Trump, though. And there's something about Trump where he's going to kind of change his tune mid-year, all right? He's going to change his tide a bit in mid-year, I feel like. It's almost like, and please don't take this as a diss, it's almost like he's bipolar a bit. It's for example, maybe, in the past he said something against the gays and it's suddenly mid-year, it's like, oh, I love the gays, let's build, a club for all the gays to go to, something like that. It's just he changes his tune in a very dramatic kind of way. I feel it mid-year in 2019, President Trump, once again, wanting to win the favor of the public. I do see something about a big law being passed mid-year, as well, that I feel deals with, it may deal with discrimination intellectual property. It could deal with money, something along those lines, I feel. Trump is also going to be eyeing the internet mid-year, something about the internet mid-year. I feel like whatever this internet ploy is he's creating is an attack against a woman or women in some way. I don't know what it means, you know. We'll have to see as it comes, but I feel like it's an attack against women in some way or a woman in some way. So I feel like Trump may have an issue with a woman or a group of women at some point this year as well, towards the end of the year. And I do see things kind of going in the women's favor a bit. There's something about a woman being very prominent for Trump towards the end of the year of this year. Like, yeah, like very, very prominent. For, you know, there's going to be a prominent woman, I don't know, in the media or something like that, that just is very prominent, you know, and it's going to be almost like another wrench in Trump's plans. So that's what I see for 2019. Let's see what's in store for 2020. Let me catch up with these comments, though. Uranus going back into Taurus. The last time Uranus was in Taurus was the Great Depression. Ooh. Food shortage, ECT. Trump will turn into a werewolf on the blood moon night. I shouldn't laugh at that. I'm sorry. If he shut down the government, he will have more enemies than he thinks because he causes his own battles. Yeah, I agree with that. We got to pay attention to the second house things for the next 7 years. The readings make sense, all about money. This reading makes sense, all about money. Yes, Siobhan. We all know he can reopen the government. This is all only doing it to get his way. It's hurting people. He doesn't care. His supporters will learn when they get their benefits cut. Exactly. Scare tactics. Yes. The good old boys trying to hold on to their power. They know change is coming. Exactly, Siobhan. Good Old Boys Club has already changed. I love that name, Good Old Boys Club. The people are speaking up loud and clear. Exactly. Yes, Bree. All right, let's see what's in store for 2020 for President Donald Trump. By the way, if you guys want your own personal reading from me, check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. What's in store for President Donald Trump in the year 2020? What's in store for President Donald Trump in 2020? Child, I feel like I need a drink. What's in store for President Donald Trump in the year 2020? Make sure you guys like the video. Thank you guys so much for your likes and comments. And thank you all for being in the chat as well. I love y'all. Each and every one of you. All right, what's in store for President Donald Trump in the year 2020? I kind of want to switch the deck up, you guys, for 2020. I don't know why. What deck should I use? Yeah, I think I know which one I'm going to use. All right. I'm going to switch up the deck for 2020 energies just because I feel like it and it's my reading. Yes, I keep my cards in bags. Don't judge me. Actually, you can judge me. I don't care. But let's switch it up for 2020. All right. Happy to spend my birthday with you all. Happy birthday, Bree. I have 2 cousins who have their birthdays today as well. And it's Aaliyah's birthday today. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. I feel like he has his own worker with protection. Yes. Okay, let's see what's in store for President Donald Trump in the year 2020. What's in store for President Donald Trump in the year 2020? Hey, Ty. What's in store for President Donald Trump in the year 2020? Yes, happy birthday, Brie. I hope it's a good one. What's in store for President Donald Trump in the year 2020? I'm sure I'm going to have to disable the likes on this video, and I'm okay with that. President Donald Trump for 2020. Last shuffle. Okay, we have the Nine of Spears in the past position. So a lot of things coming at Trump, at 2020. I feel like there's something about the ending of 2019 where it's just a lot going on for Trump, I feel. Okay. The Knight of Swords. But I do feel like there's something about Trump, because maybe it's his last, year, his 4 years would be up in 2020, where, he kind of comes with guns a-blazing in 2020, especially at the beginning. Like, okay, this is my last stretch kind of thing, I get. Five of Swords. I just feel like, though, Trump comes into 2020 with a lot of conflicts. I just get that energy. And, like, a lot of unpredictableness. That, like, it's just a very, like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, I don't know who I can trust. I don't know who likes me, who doesn't like me. I'm just trying to, keep it together at this point. Like, I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to win. I'm just trying to win. I do like, interesting. The Seven of Swords. Okay. Aeon. Spiritual intervention. The Six of Swords. There's just something about 2020 where Trump is not going to allow his legacy as president to go down like that, or go down the way it's gone down at this point. Like, there's something about 2020 where Trump is just going to really start to be more prevalent, or really start to... I feel like 2019 is a more chill, lower key Trump. And then we see in 2020, the old Trump, comes back, where he's, always on social media. He's always speaking and talking, and but it's like he really takes himself seriously at this point. It's like, like, I have things of importance to say now, It's really interesting. But I just think there's something about the public where, generally it's just like, can we just get this term over, kind of energy that I feel. The Nine of Scepters. The Princess of Swords. I feel like there's something about 2020 where he can also bring up the wall again. Like, I feel like there's something where the wall kind of... mentions of the wall, like, they die down and then they come back up. They die down, they come back up. It's almost like a wound that gets inflamed, and then you think it's healing, and then it gets inflamed again. It's like that kind of energy, but it's like in 2020, it starts back up again, the wall. Whether or not that actually happens, who knows? But with the Prince of Spears, there's just something about 2020 with Trump where he's just going to be very determined to push things through, to really set himself up after presidency so that he isn't seen as a joke. He isn't seen as someone who should be thrown away in the trash, in the trash bin, something like that. Like he wants his last year. He's gonna set up his last year so that the transition from being president to being once again, not president, another member of society or whatever the situation is, a businessman, is as smooth as possible. All right. But there's just something about 2020 or 2019 where I feel like he's going to spend much of the better half of 2020 cleaning up whatever happened at the end of 2019. All right, whatever shenanigans happened at the end of 2018. This is the 7 of scepters here. Yeah, I feel like he's going to be very determined and ambitious in 2020. And I feel like it's at this point when people are going to finally start to open up to him a bit more. And it's just like, okay, Trump, like I see you're desperate, at this point, and, you're kind of actually, being a bit vulnerable. So I'm going to throw you a bone. I'm going to help you out. But I feel like it's all about, setting himself up for after presidency, 2020. I do feel like he's going to try to, do some last hurrah before he leaves cabinet, though, such as, pushing some law, out or something out where it's just like, here's something to remember me by, as president, here's this law, something like that. Where it's just like, so he solidifies that he at least made a difference despite all that went on. I feel like Trump is going to leave the White House feeling like he's been through hell, but at the same time proud of himself for going through the fire and making it all the way through and not burning, But I still feel like there's something about even when he leaves the presidency, he still has a lot of mess to clean up, And it's interesting. This is literally how I see him leaving the presidency, like with his head cut off. It's like, I walked through hell and now I'm walking through another type of hell. So let me just cut my head off. It's just like that kind of energy I get for 2020 as he leaves. The 3 of Spears with the Princess of Spears. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of mess for Trump to clean up after he leaves presidency. I feel like that's when we're going to start to see a lot of, changes in his family, the dynamic of his family. And we're also going to start to see his family members start to show their true colors as well once they leave presidencies. I do feel like, please don't read me. I feel like there's going to be something about either someone he's connected to or someone in Trump's family coming out as gay, being caught as gay, something along those lines, okay? Or just something suspicious. All right. Not sure if it's Trump himself. But, if not, I'm not sure if it is. But if it, it's definitely someone connected to him. And then I just feel like, I think what Trump is going to be surprised to find is that the attacks as president will not stop after he leaves office. Like the hate he received as president, I don't see it stopping after he leaves office. And I think that's going to really get to him once he leaves as well. Because I feel like at least when he was president and he was receiving hate, he would always have that kind of one up where it's like, well, I'm president, so, like that kind of energy. But I feel like there's something about Trump where he's really going to go through the gigs once he leaves the cabinet. And people are going to make sure that he goes through it, all right, as well. People are going to make sure he goes through it. I think people are going to come out with information. They're going to be spilling information, spilling tea. So make sure you guys like the video. Thank you all so much. Let's just pull a few more cards for President Trump for 2020. Yeah, I feel like we're going to see a lot of drama in the headlines and the blogs with Trump and his family after he leaves office, or especially towards the end of him leaving office. But I do feel like there's something about him. His main focus in 2020 is pushing certain laws. Getting the last hoorahs out, before he leaves. All right, like that. And also cleaning up whatever happens at the end of this year, too. So, all right, Trump. Not too bad. Not too bad of a reading. Pretty much what I expected. But, let me see whatever. It's my grandfather's too, although he passed before I got here. Happy birthday, Siobhan's grandfather. Child, my cards are all upside down. Okay. You got the best cards, Lamarr. They're speaking to me. Oh, thank you, Siobhan. President Trump is a dickhead and mad disrespectful towards Champions College football team. What president feed fast food towards his guests? Yeah, we read that at the beginning, Ty. America has turned into its own reality show with this man behind the wheel. Trump favors the unfavorable because he is unfavored, so I guess I see the point. Hopefully 2020 does not bring him re-election. Child. Well, let's see. Will he get re-elected in 2020? Can I do a reading for Kalani? I might do a reading for Kalani. Buy land, people. Please buy your land. Renting houses and apartment is a no-no. Yeah, that's eventually something I want to do. Trump gonna go homeless and poor when he leave the White House. Child. It's some shit hidden under the bridge. I'm scared who we're gonna have after Trump. He's cooked for life. Trump will become homeless. He's gonna go mental at 2020. Yeah. You confirmed a lot for me. Oh, I see a lot of black people going to Africa too. I need to go to Africa. Like, I want to go to Africa. I was talking to someone like a week ago about like Ethiopia. I see a lot of black people owning business and lands in 2020. Yes. Considering all the negative energy that surrounds Trump, the reeling was fairly tame. I agree. I was actually surprised. It was a very tame reading. But all right, last question. Will Trump get reelected in 2020? Let's see. Will Trump get reelected in 2020? Make sure if you guys want a personal reading from me, check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. And make sure you guys like the video. Will Trump get reelected in 2020? Will Trump get reelected in 2020? Let's do one more shuffle. Will Trump get reelected in 2020? That election would definitely be rigged. Here we have the Ten of Spears in the past position. I do think there was something about his past election where there was some finessing, I feel. I get the Knight of Scepters. I do feel like he's going to campaign for it, or he's going to gun for it in some way. I get the Tower, though, in the future. Excuse me. I get the Four of Coins. I think Trump is going to have more on his plate than he realizes once he leaves office. So I think he's going to have other things to focus on. I do think he's going to gun for election or re-election. And I do think he will have some sort of following or support. I do get the Star with the Princess of Spears, the Hierophant. I feel like it could be Trump against someone else. Will he get reelected though? I feel like it's going to be a close tie between him and someone else. But I feel like the winds of fate shift it in some way. So I'm not going to lie, there's a chance where he could be reelected, but I just feel like at the end of the day, the winds of fate are going to shift it in some way. I don't know what that means. So I feel like it's going to be a close tie. I think the winds of fate are going to shift it, though. I believe he's going to be reelected. It's a lot of people who think like him. It's what this country's built on. Throw the rock and hide the hand. Yeah, I would take a spiritual bath, Phyllis. His brain deffuckery is now known, and he will be taken seriously this time around. Exactly. If he were to be reelected, he would have to get it together. Like, okay, we had a trial period, but now we're not playing. We don't have time. All right. Trump not be president again. It's a new face woman that's going against him, like someone out of nowhere. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a woman. The woman is like the new Obama who care about Americans' people exactly. Yeah, burn a candle. I feel like it's gonna be either a woman or a feminine man in some way. Take that for what it is. A very feminine or just very sensitive man. I'll say that. So that's what I feel about President Trump for the year 2020, you guys. In 2019. All right. For a spiritual bath, you want to use a little sea salt. And there are other herbs you can use. What's a good one? Rosemary is really good. Fire wallet protection oil is good for a candle. Yes, fire wallet protection oil is good. And then there are certain herbs that you have to go to stores to buy, like agrimony, hyssop. I just found an herb called chicory root, which is really good for frugality. Hyssop is a good cleansing. It is, Ty. Hey, Leslie. How is everyone? Thank you all for being here. Make sure you guys like the video. I see 13 likes and 23 people in the room. So thank you all for being 24. I'm sorry. But yeah, there are a lot of... Lamarr did a spiritual bath on his last live house tour. Yes, I did. It's Spend Christmas Day with me vlog, I think. Thank you, Siobhan. Epsom salt is a good cleansing. Yes, Epsom salt is good. R. Kelly reading. Okay, yeah. I might do R. Kelly. I don't know, but it's Aaliyah's birthday. I don't really want to disrespect her like that. Maybe we should do an Aaliyah reading because it's her birthday. You will be surprised the secret support he has. No, I know he has a lot of support, actually. And from like a lot of unassuming people too that you wouldn't expect that support him. But you talk to them, they're just like, yeah, well, I support his decision for healthcare reform or whatever, or the wall, because this and that, and it's just like, here we go. Yes, Aaliyah reading today. Yes, Lamarr, an updated reading on Aaliyah. Yeah, I might do a reading on Aaliyah because it's her birthday. So we'll see. And her mom cost stuff is coming up about her mom. Ooh, child. Ooh, I'm going to have to play some Aaliyah music to get into the groove. Back, forth and forth. Let me see her go back, forth and forth. Ow. Message from Aaliyah. Yeah, let's do an Aaliyah reading tonight. Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll do an Aaliyah reading. Yeah. So let me get off of here. This has been Trump. All right, President Donald Trump. Thank you all so much for being here for this reading. And Trump, you know what? Have a good 2 years. All right. Thank you all so much. Make sure if you want a personal reading, check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure you hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live. And I will catch you in the next live.